Hello and welcome to the Transposor version 0.95 demo. Transposor is a program that lets you transpose any MIDI file from any of the 7 modern modes to any of the 7 modern modes, and you can even use your custom scales as well. So let me go ahead and show you how to use it. The first thing you need is a MIDI file. I've got this one of John Denver's Take Me Home Country Roads, and then to load these in, you just hit browse, go to where on your computer they are, and then select the file you want, hit open. So now we can play this. So that's how you play your file. Now if we want to transpose this file, we'll need to set the keys we want to transpose to. Now, this piece is in A major, as a quick Google search will show you. So I'm going to set my input root to A by typing A here and hitting submit. And I'm also going to keep my output root in A as well. So, we have now got to set our modes. So the input mode is correct already. It is major, the piece is in A major. So that's fine, we don't need to touch that. The output mode, let's put it in minor for now, and let's hit play and see what this sounds like. So you can hear that's got a very different sound to it. That's our minor key sound. So we could also put this in Dorian, which is a little bit brighter than the minor key. So you can hear that's a little bit nicer and upbeat than the minor was, but a little less upbeat than the major was. And we can go all the way to the extreme and put it in Locrian. And you can hear that sounds really dark down that end of the scale. So I'm going to put it back in minor for now. And if we like the sound that we've made, then we can save it to a file. And the way we do that is by setting our output file first and then hitting transpose to file. So let's go onto our output file, and we're going to go into our MIDIs folder, and I'm going to call it Country Roads. And then we're going to hit transpose to file. You can see it's come up here saying it was created successfully with no errors. So let's go over to our MIDIs and find it in here. Here it is. So you can hear that it's gone into the minor key. So that's been a success. But what if we don't quite like our minor key sound? What if we want to change just a couple notes in that scale? Well, we can enable our custom notes over on the right here. And here we have our custom notes panels. So at the top here we have our diatonic notes, and down here we have our chromatic notes. I'm actually going to turn the chromatic notes off because this piece doesn't use many of them. They won't have a noticeable change. So for now, let's just change this D to a D sharp, change the B to an A sharp, and I'm going to change the F sharp to an F sharp instead of the F. And let's hit play. So you can hear that's got a very different sound to it. You can't really pin it down to a scale. I don't know what scale this is. If anybody does, leave a comment. But that's just a nice feature. If you do know your own custom scales, you can implement them using that. So what if our piece has a key change? What if I want to change the key halfway through? Well, we can use the update scales button to do this. So I'll hit play. And it's playing in the minor key. Let's move it up to major and then hit update scale. And now it's gone back to major. Move it back to minor. And to major. So that's how you change your scale. We can enable this option called auto update, which will allow us to do that on the fly without having to hit this update scales button. So let's play, turn on auto update, and then when I slide this, so you can hear how that works. I'm going to turn this back off for now, because for recording, that might not be what you want, as it can change a lot as you slide down through these, and it's quite messy. It's harder to be precise with that on, but it's good for experimentation. So, as I hinted at, the last thing we're going to cover today is recording. So, when you want to record your key changes during a song, all you have to do is make sure your output file is loaded and then hit record to file, and this is going to start our MIDI playback. Then all of the changes we make will be saved to the file when we hit stop. So I'm going to start in minor and I'll move to major when the chorus comes in. So let's get to the chorus, skip ahead a little bit. I actually missed it there. So let's go back. And there we go, we got it that time. You can also slow things down. Just say I wanted to move it back and get it really accurate. Let's slow this down. Put it in Dorian when the chorus ends. And we can see that our transpose file has been created. So let's go here, and we should see it should start in minor, and it should go major, so let's wait for the chorus. It should turn major, as that's when we did our key change in the piece. So you can see it's got a lot happier there. And let's skip forward to where the Dorian is. And you can see that's a little more dark. Let's find another chorus. So this will stay in Dorian for the whole thing. So we go back to a chorus, and you can hear it's a little darker than the one before. So if we go back to before, you can hear that there's a little difference there. Maybe I should have chosen keys that were a little farther apart so it's easier to notice. But yeah, that is all the features in this version. If you do have any other problems with this, check out the troubleshooting page on the wiki. And there's a more in-depth guide of how to use this and the other earlier versions of Transposer on the wiki as well. Okay, that's all for this video. See you soon.